with Catholics, we have this perception, oh, we are praying to Saint Anthony, we are praying to Saint Raphael, we are praying to Saint Paul, we are praying to Saint
So you
Matthew.
pray to me.
Those things. So I was one day there and I was like, among all the saints, almost all of them are white. Doesn't mean we can't get one black saint. They came to live their life and they died. So how come my great grandfather will come and live his life? As I asked about him, he lived a perfect life. I won't say a good life.
Okay.
Because when he does this, the gods will strike him. But he lived a good life. Why can't I call him someone who is close to me? Why
Okay.
can't I call him and pray? But rather call someone who was born in Poland, Portugal, Spain, and pray to him, thinking he's interceding for me. Meanwhile, that person, I don't know him from anywhere, and I'm calling him to pray for him. Pray for me. Meanwhile, someone who is close to my dad, who helped my dad, educated my dad, gave my dad a place to put his head, has died. And I see him to be evil person. It doesn't make sense to me.
People are always saying God is with us. If God is for us, then no one can be against us. Some people also say the Lord is my shepherd, I shall never want. I want to ask the question today. Is God with us? All right. Hello, everyone. You are welcome on PaulVin TV. You know how we do it here. It's always about learning. We are here to spew knowledge in form of lessons and talks, a discussion. All right. So if you are here, you are not at a lost place at all. You are not lost. Just stay glued to your screens, stick and stay. And let me talk to an old friend that I just met so that we share about, or we discuss about his beliefs. And I assure there's one or two things for you to pick for your life. All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope you're good. It's been a long time you met.
You know, as time goes on, as a man, you have to walk up and down to just find ways and means to hit your mouth, to get something to eat, as I mean.
So I get by now your money come.
Oh, we still did talk.
All right,
So,
all right, all right. By the way, let's not even start already. Let's please introduce yourself to our viewers.
I am Raphael. Yeah, I am Raphael. That's
Raphael.
how I want it to be called.
Okay. I call him Agbeko. Agbeko. When you hear of the name, you know where he's coming from. Agbeko. Okay. So Raphael, who are you actually? What do you believe in?
Um,
Do you actually believe in anything at all?
yeah, I have a belief. But my concept or the way I see or the way I believe is different from how others also believe. But one thing about life is when you hear someone saying something, you just don't see the person and condemn. What you have to do is you get closer to the person, listen to the person, and find out if what the person is saying makes sense. If it makes sense to you, fine. If it doesn't make sense to you, you just ignore. You don't lose, you don't gain. If it doesn't make sense to
Okay.
you.
Okay. So what do you can I say you believe in the universe or in
Yes,
nature?
I believe in nature, but actually I'm a Catholic.
Okay, so you are a Christian.
I won't say I'm a Christian, but what I'll say is,
Are you but if you are a Catholic, then you are not an Islamist. You are not a Muslim.
okay, I will say
Are you a
as-
traditionalist?
I'm not a traditionalist, and I'm not a Muslim. I was born into the Catholic. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
I was born into the Catholic, and as time goes on, I'm discovering things for myself.
Okay.
As a child, we were forced to brush our teeth.
Okay.
But as you are growing, you find a reason why you brush your teeth.
Okay.
You understand? So if you don't get the meaning why you brush your teeth, you do things anyhow,
Okay.
and you get the effect. But if you understand why you brush your teeth, you find ways and means to brush your teeth every time and every day.
That's if
You
it's
know,
beneficiary.
if it is beneficiary, that is it.
Okay.
So I was born as a Catholic, and I was made to condemn others.
Okay.
But I was like, one thing about me is, why do I have to condemn this? Had it not been religion, had it not been this, are we not the same human being? What makes me different from such a person? Why don't I get closer to the person and find out why people are condemning such a person? So I go to places and seek knowledge.
Places like.
I go to the mosque, I go to the temples. If you say temples, the Buddhist, Enkanka, shrines.
Oh, really?
Yes, I go everywhere so far as I want to gain knowledge. I want to understand things.
Okay.
That
So
is it.
has it been fruitful?
Yes, my life has been changed. And I won't say my life is changing.
Okay.
Yes.
You said you were a Catholic. One of the basis of Catholic faith, it's that idolatry, or let me say idol worship, is foolishness. But you say you go to the shrines.
When we say shrine, shrine means holy place.
Oh, really?
So if we say holy place, what makes it different from where I go to worship?
Okay. Okay. I see my friend here has some ideas. Okay. So in a summary, what do you believe in? What at all do you believe in? Since you said you believe in something, what is?
Actually, the way I discovered this is, with Catholics we have this perception, oh, we are praying to Saint Anthony, we are praying to Saint Raphael, we are praying to Saint Paul, we are praying to Saint
Oh, so you
Matthew.
pray to me.
Those things. So I was one day there and I was like, among all the saints, almost all of them are white. Doesn't mean we can't get one black saint and realize that the saints that they are black are few.
Okay.
Now, they came to live their life. They came to live their life and they died. So how come my great-grandfather will come and live his life? As I asked about him, he lived a perfect life. I won't say a good life.
Okay.
Because when he does this, the gods will strike him. But he lived a good life. Why can't I call him someone who is close to me?
Okay.
Why can't I call him and pray? But rather call someone who was born in Poland, Portugal, Spain, and pray to him, thinking he is interceding for me. Meanwhile, that person, I don't know him from anywhere, and I'm calling him to pray for him. Pray for me. Meanwhile, someone who is close to my dad, who helped my dad, educated my dad, gave my dad a place to put his head, has died. And I see him to be evil person. It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. So you believe in the ancestors?
I believe in it. So that made me to be like, am I not deceiving myself? Why should I worship someone or pray to someone that I don't know anything about him, but scripts were written about him? So if I want to see someone or if I want to know someone, I go straight to my dad and ask questions about my forefathers.
Okay. But then the Catholic saints are believed to people who knew what they call Jesus Christ before they died. But your ancestors didn't really were not into that kind of faith. So
Life, Jesus Christ lived a good life. My forefathers, if they live a bad life, the gods will strike them dead. So definitely they will live a good life.
Okay.
It's like you are going to Accra.
Mm-hmm.
You use motorcycle, you get there. Someone will use bicycle, will get there. Someone will use a vehicle or car, the person will get there. The most important thing is the destination,
Okay.
not being harmed on your way. The most important thing is the destination. The most important thing is they live a good life. So why don't I also call him? If Saint Anthony was there, his life is a good, he lived a good life. So definitely his spirit is a good spirit. So if my forefathers also live a good life, definitely their spirit will be a good spirit.
Okay. So you're actually a Catholic who believes in a black man actually can get a good spirit.
That is it.
Okay. All right. But then let me ask you the question. Since that's the reason why I came here. Since you're a Catholic, let me ask you. You believe in God, right?
I believe in God.
Okay. You believe in God as what?
I believe in God as my creator. Yes.
Okay.
My
Okay.
creator. I'll
Okay.
say that.
So what do you know about the Creator?
What I know about the creator is he created everything around us. And he placed energies into those things around us.
Okay.
That is what I believe. That is my perception.
Okay.
So if he has created everything and placed energies into those things, I think I have to be with those that they are energy in. You get it?
Okay. So you believe that if God has put energies in things like stones, rivers, we don't need to go back to God and worry Him.
For what?
So are you saying? So let me ask: is God with us?
God is not with us.
Why not?
He's even in the book of Genesis, it said he has created everything perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So why be a perfect? Why should we call him? God has made everything perfect.
Okay.
And he has gone to a place resting.
Okay.
He doesn't want to do with us. He has nothing to do with us. He is in a perfect place and he has made us perfect and made everything perfect on this earth. So if you let me give this example. You have created you have built a house
Okay.
and you are traveling. You have traveled, sorry, you have
Okay.
traveled. As you have traveled, you said, oh, you'll not be home. So you get one relative to be with me, to take care of me.
Okay.
If I have a problem, am I supposed to call you or I'm supposed to call the person I am with in the house?
Well, it depends on who you have the problem with. If you have the problem with someone else, you can call the person in the house. But if you have the problem with someone, the one that he left, the caretaker, then you have to call the one who left you in the hands of the caretaker.
So if I'm in a house and I need food to eat, I have to call my mom that I've traveled, that I need food.
No, as for that one, you can call the one that the caretaker of the house.
So that is it. So if the person is taking care of me, if I need help, that's the person I consult. And as I
So,
said,
okay, it makes sense. But someone sitting somewhere will also say this thing that you're saying is knowledge of man. It's man's wisdom, not God's wisdom.
you see, I always say that
Mhm.
religion without application of knowledge makes you a slave.
Religion without application of knowledge makes you a slave.
Makes you a slave.
Explain.
How come how come people say I'm delivering a child, so I'll let a pastor receive the child, all in the name of anointing my child? If you don't apply your knowledge, that no, pastors are those who pray and heal spiritual things, they claim.
Okay.
Doctors are those who are trained to do those things. So if you don't apply knowledge, a pastor can, excuse me, say urinate in bottle and tell you to drink. It's a healing water.
Okay.
You get it? So if you apply knowledge, no, urine those, don't do this, don't do that. You are hurting you rather yourself. So if you apply knowledge to religion, you are not being a slave. But if you don't, you are being a slave.
So, okay. But then, do you believe in religion?
Religion, when you say religion, religion makes is a narrow thing. You see, because if you are stick to a religious body, or you are stick to religion,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm a Muslim and your sister is a Christian, I can't marry her. She needs to change to be a Muslim. But
Okay.
if you are a spiritualist, you believe in all these things, like what they do makes sense to you, and you ignore those things, you see the person as human being. You can
Okay.
marry the person. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
But because of religious
Doctrines.
doctrines, people are just they are making their life so difficult for them, and they are living some kind of life that makes them suffer. Let me put it that way.
Okay. Okay. So you believe in spirituality,
That is it.
but not really religion.
No,
Or you think religion is just too small for you,
it is too
and then
small for
it
me,
restricts
and I'm
your
bigger than
knowledge.
religion.
You are bigger than religion.
I'm bigger than that.
What do you mean when you say you are bigger than religion?
Right now, if they are celebrating Homo, I can go.
Okay.
If they are celebrating Idul Fitr, Idul Adha, I can go. Christmas, I can go.
Okay. But when you are a Christian, you're not supposed to go to.
It's a sin. You are
Okay.
not supposed to share. You are not supposed to eat with other religious people or other religion.
Okay. Because the Bible says you don't sit at the place of the mockers. Okay. All right. All right. So aside spirituality, what else do you believe in?
I also believe in reincarnation.
Okay. Before we go there, let me ask you, because since we are talking about God, believing in God, and then we are talking about is God with us? You say God is not with us, so He has raised up energies for them to take care of us. That's why you brought the analogy of the caretaker.
Okay.
Okay. So who are those caretakers now that we are talking about?
Those that take care of us, they are the four elements:
What are they?
the sun, the earth, the water, and the air. And even the Bible is saying that the sun should take care of the day, and the moon should take care of the night.
Okay, I think when you read Genesis chapter 1 verse 5 going, you will see that in there.
Those things.
Okay.
So if I
No, not verse 5. I think it's verse 8. Yeah, verse 8 going.
well, so if the sun is taking care of us, that is why, see, our forefathers don't pray to anything, but they pray to the element. If we human beings, we have the knowledge that going to God, going to the president, you can't go straight to him. You have to pass through the assemblyman. You have to pass through what minister of what, minister of this, before
Okay.
you can go to the president.
Chief of staff before you go to
That
the
is
president.
it. We human beings have knowledge to do that,
That
but God
arrangement.
does not have knowledge.
So you're saying God is a bureaucrat?
And so we are wiser than God.
Okay, but what if we set those things up for ourselves, but as we say, the Almighty doesn't need
That is
help?
the application of knowledge, and our forefathers were also applying knowledge. That is why when they want to pray, they use water, pour it on the ground, giving to the what, Mother Earth.
So you believe in libation too?
Oh, it's in the Bible.
But what kind of a Catholic are you? Libation is in the Bible.
It's in
Well,
the
that's
Bible.
true. That's true. I think I can even give our watchers a few quotations. When you read Numbers 28, verse 7, and then when you go to Judges 9:13, you'll find it says, Numbers 28, verse 7, that the God of Israel says they should pour libation for him.
So you yourself, you know all these things.
Yes, and then Judges 9:13 says, wine makes man and God happy. Right. When you also go to Jeremiah 44, verse 17, it says, the time that we used to pour libation for the God of the Queen of Heaven, we used to get plenty food to eat. We used to be strong. our husbands loved us. Now that we have stopped, we are dying in war and hunger. When you go to Hosea 2:21, it's talking about libation there. That on that day I will listen to the heavens,
It's like you are doing
the
that.
heavens will listen to the earth will listen to wine, corn, and it will say gizzard. Now, if you understand our spiritual culture very well, you realize that we use corn, we use wine to do libation, and then we pour it to the earth. The earth talks to the heavens, so the heavens will listen to the earth. The earth will receive the wine and the corn. All right. Anyway,
So all these things, our forefathers knew all these things. They were doing all these things to pray to the energies around, the Mother Earth, the sun, the moon. They were doing all these things, and they were receiving their help.
okay,
Anything they needed, they receive it.
okay. So aside you believing in libation, you believing in the ancestors, calling the ancestors. Okay, since you believe in the libation, it's automatic that you also believe in the ancestors because you pour libation to the ancestors and the gods. So
And it's not only the libation that I also
you also
do.
believe in the sun
I believe
as
in all these
possessing
things.
energies, the moon.
And I believe I do all those things, and I again have another way I do my prayers,
Which is
which is meditation.
how do you meditate? I'm not saying go into details, but the next time that I talk to you, I'll let you teach how to do meditation. But at least you give us some prelims. How do you do your meditation?
I just, you see, I normally, I believe, my belief is, I believe that from 12 a.m. to 2:59,
Okay.
I believe that that time is for bad energies. That is
Okay.
when bad energies works. But when it comes to 3 to 4:30, I also believe that those time is for good energy.
Okay.
That is my perception. So during this time, what I do is, since that time from 3 a.m. to 4:59,
Mm-hmm.
during this time is positive energy. What I do is, I cross my leg and I let my back straight.
Okay.
Then I just do the I am affirmation, repetition of words, chanting. Yes, I affirm loudly so that the energies around will hear my affirmation. So something like I am great, I am great, I am great. I say this thing on countless times. Then from there, I sit down quietly and receive it, because I've spoken to the energy, so I have to
Okay.
receive it. So after I receive it, then I go back to sleep. I sleep. Then that is where I get my answers.
In your
Because
sleep.
if I've spoken, I have to get the answer.
Okay.
So when I sleep and I dream, I get the answer. And when I get the answers, and sometimes I see what happens in a day.
Oh wow.
Sometimes I see what happens in a day. So sometimes even if I don't get it that day, some weeks or months will come and I'll be like, it seems I've seen this thing before. This thing have happened before. Then I'll sit down and I'll be reminiscing, and I'll get to know that no, this is the dream I had. So I have to sit down and recall what happened in the dream.
Okay.
So when I recall, that is when I received that. Oh, we are in a dream. When I passed there, I met a big snake, and the snake was trying to. I stepped on the snake, and the snake was trying to bite me. So I won't pass here. I have to pass here.
Okay.
You
But
get
then
it?
when you are doing meditation, why do you have to sit straight?
You have to sit straight for the energy to pass through you. That is my belief. I
Okay.
believe when you sit straight, your back should be straight,
Okay, so you
so
connect
that
your spine.
yes, your spine will be straight into your head.
What
And
about the crossing of the leg?
I realize the crossing of the when you cross your leg, the blood doesn't flow through here.
Okay.
It doesn't flow. Like it doesn't really flow here. So all the
Energy is
yeah,
stagnated
it's
at the top.
stagnant at the top.
Okay.
So when it is being connected, if you are someone who constantly
Meditate.
meditates, your third eye opens. And what I understand a third eye is not you can do this and this will happen, you can do that. No. What I believe in a third eye is when something is about to happen, you feel it, you see it.
Okay.
Sometimes if your third eye is open and you are in a family, sometimes they I'm giving an example, they want to do a contribution or buying something and be like, this contribution that you are making, don't you think it will cost this? Then all the family members will be like, no, what you are saying, it doesn't make sense. Later they will pay and that thing that you said will happen. And
Oh,
that is
okay.
the
It's like you have been able to get hold
identify what
of the
is
future
yes.
now.
That is the third eye. That's what I believe.
Okay.
Your third eye, what will happen, you see it in your
Okay.
dream, or maybe you know what is going to, but the people around you don't understand you.
Okay, but people are also claiming that it is God that will open the third eye for you. So they pray that God should open their third eye.
Where
But
is
you are
God?
also saying God doesn't have.
I said, where is God? God is, if excuse me to say, if heaven is somewhere, then God is chilling. He's chilling that he is done with his work. It's like you have gone to work and at the end of the month they have paid you. You are going to chill.
So God is chilling.
He's chilling. He's having nothing to do with us.
So God is not with us. God is chilling in heaven.
He has done a good job. So he's enjoying himself.
Raphael, are you not sure if your Roman father is to see this video, they will take you out of the church?
That is what I said. You see, it is becoming like I'm when I don't know how to put it. When you don't apply your knowledge to the religious, you become a threat. When you don't apply your knowledge to the religion,
when you don't follow the doctrine,
you become a threat.
okay.
You become a threat, so they have to eliminate you from there.
So when they find out that these things that you are having glimpses of, the kind of ideas that you are having, doesn't go with the faith, and they are asking you to leave the church, what will you do?
Oh, actually, as I'm here, I'm finding ways and means to leave. So if you expel me, then
But who is asking you to
it
stay?
is not me. It is not me that I wanted to leave. You forced me to leave.
But it's
So
a church.
if truly there is judgment day, God will judge you. If you have seen a lost soul, why don't you convince him to come home? Why do you help him to get lost?
So you are just a bad son that's trying to tempt the father to crucify him so that the father will be held
I'm just
guilty.
applying my knowledge. I'm just applying my knowledge to my religion.
All right, family, you can see Raphael is just trying to tempt his people so that they will commit to their guilt, so that in case there's judgment day, as he claims, they will be the one to suffer for this loss. Anyway, it has been a fun talking to Raphael, knowing a Catholic for the first time who believes in tradition and the ancestors and the sun possessing energy and the rivers. So do you even so you also pray to the river gods, the marine spirits?
Water is life, or water is life. So if you are not having life, will you be here?
Raphael, don't you think you are possessed? That's what your Roman father will say. Your father will say you are possessed.
If I'm possessed,
They have to deliver you.
I have no problem. Deliver me. And before they deliver me, they should give me about 5 people for me to tell them this and see if they will also not be possessed. Because they'll also follow me and they'll say they are also possessed.
So before you are healed of your HIV, it should allow you to infect other people.
Oh.
Is that what you are saying?
Yeah, well.
Well, Roman father of Raphael's church, in case you are watching, please, you have to work on him. He's trying to come to our corner. He's trying to come to our corner. But please don't be too hard on him. As he said,
No, no, no,
religion is
no.
too small for him.
Don't say I'm trying to come to your corner. Just say I am applying my knowledge. Just put it that way.
Okay.
Eh?
Okay. And then the brain was also given to you by God.
It was
So as
given to me.
Abraham Ben Mushe will ask, why would God give us brains and not expect us to use it?
And you are calling him for help to help you to use the manual.
But they said the manual is your Bible, but you are saying the manual is this, the head. Is the book not your manual?
Let me say this thing. As you are here, if I want to know something about you, am I supposed to read a book or I'm supposed to ask you questions?
You come to me and ask me.
It's only when you are not existing that I have to read your book.
Yeah, your tribute.
That is it. So if he is a living God, why should I read his book?
Yeah.
That meaning he is dead.
Powerful.
What I'm saying doesn't make sense.
It makes sense. It makes perfectly sense. It makes perfect sense. You're even making my English some way. Senior, what would they want to do me? Anyway, please, as I continue this interview with Raphael, the more I allow him put himself in some corner, that he will have to go and handle the next week Sunday. All right. So let me just save him the rest of the trouble, and then let him keep his ideas to himself. Well, I'm happy that this my friend is also. As for me, I don't believe in anything. I want to know, and he is also saying he's only having his own ideas that he thinks works for him. So you two, what do you believe in? I challenge you to come forward and also let me have a talk with you. See the things that you believe in. If they make sense, check Raphael out. If what he's saying makes sense, his number is down there. You can pick it up, talk to him. You can learn with him. If you maybe there are things that he knows that he didn't spill here. You want to hear them out. What? It's left in your hand.
And if you claim and possess, you can also call me and heal me. Yes.
Okay.
Because
so he's throwing a challenge to you,
they
the
are
pastors.
saying that the one cutting the line or drawing the line
doesn't know the back is crooked.
So maybe I'm crooked.
Okay. So those of you who are listening to, if any of you wants to help deliver him of the from the hands of the enemy, since maybe some of you may believe he's in the grips of the enemy. If I'm not that enemy, so you can call and deliver. Raphael, if you have any last words, you can just give your last words.
Well, what I want to say is,
So you can talk about the still house.
You have to apply your knowledge in religion, and also if you believe in all the energies around you, I also entreat you to go home. You have to go home. When I say go home, what I mean is visit your stoolhouse. Visit your stoolhouse, because I've been through a lot. And it was as a result of not being or visiting my stoolhouse. I'm telling you the truth. The stoolhouse is something which is around you. Before you were born, they knew you. Your surname was picked from the stoolhouse. You are connected to your parents, and even as they give birth to you, is it the umbilical cord or what?
The placenta.
Yes. When they give birth to you, it was connected to your mom, and they cut it. Your mom too was connected to her mother. Your mother also, as it goes on and on and on and on.
Okay.
So definitely you are connected to the family energy.
Right, so we call it the silver cord.
Okay. So if you are connected to that, you can't say you have seen something, so you are turning your back towards. If you have seen something and you are no more connected to the family, I would advise you to change your surname. Change your surname and change your parents. That is what I can say.
Why?
If you change, because they are from the stoolhouse. For all you know, you are the one who even built the stoolhouse. and you are being reincarnated into this, and you are claiming that thing doesn't work. If it doesn't work, how the question I will ask you is, how many times will you be praying? Those energies need just something which is even no more than I can't even if it is even no more than 100 Ghana cedis, and this thing just give it Schnapp or Fanta or anything so that the spirit will calm down. You are not doing it. You are going somewhere, clapping your hands, praying to rebuke them. Why don't you give them so that they will be okay? They will not follow you to disturb your life, and you have your free peace of mind. I'll end with this. It's like you are entering a room, and I am stronger than you.
Okay.
Even though I'm stronger than you, I'm giving an example physically. Yeah. And you are the entrance of the room.
You are the security.
You are the security
at the entrance.
Yes, at the
Okay.
entrance.
Okay.
And I want to enter the room. If I use my strength, let's say I have 5 CDs, you need 1 CD from me. Even if I push you from the door and I enter, so you follow me to the room and you disturb me. So why don't I give you the 1 CD so that I'll have my peace of mind and enter the room? That's the same as the storehouse. They just need just 1 Schnapp with some soft drinks. Why don't you give it to them and you'll be okay and live your life? Rather than going somewhere, praying. You, after you pray, they will leave you. They will be waiting for you at the entrance of the church. As you go, they will follow you. So give them, settle them.
So you've settled your storehouse.
Oh, it's personal. As for this one, I won't tell you. It's personal.
Okay, it's
but
personal.
I was going through hell, but I've changed. So if you are really
you the hell that hasn't come, you that can say the hell is about to come, heaven is about to come, you have already gone there.
There is a part, some quotation in the Bible that says, one Pharisee argues says that, when is your kingdom coming? And Jesus said, my kingdom is not coming from here or there, but the kingdom is within you. So if the kingdom is within you, then where or when are we going? To heaven.
So if you want to go to the kingdom, you have to go within you.
You have to go within you. Going within you is when you discover the kingdom of God.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's why you meditate. You open yourself up.
That is it.
Okay.
And God being so wise, He gave you this so that you look outside. So when you close it, you look inside.
Okay, but some of the ideas that you have are really ideas that are in opposition to the gospel. And you are still, so what is, for example, the reincarnation thing you talked about, your religion is against reincarnation. So why are you having this idea that you are still sticking with them? Why don't you leave?
That is what I said. When we talk about religion and you don't apply knowledge, you become a slave.
Okay, so what are you saying? So is it that those things that you are saying are in the religion itself, but they don't know, or they are just
there? The things are there. It's in the when we talk about reincarnation, for instance, Elijah. Elijah, for instance, ordered to kill people, the Baal, the people that were using the Baal spirit.
Okay, the Baal prophets.
Yes, the Baal prophets.
Okay, that's 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 20 to 40.
Yes, he ordered that they should cut them their heads off.
Okay.
And in the New Testament, he came as what? John the Baptist.
Yeah.
And even Jesus Christ testified that he is what?
Elijah.
He is the Elijah.
Okay. I think with the New Testament you can find it in the Luke chapter 1 verse 13 when the Bible says John was coming with the spirit of Elijah. And then with Jesus Christ testifying, you can also find it in Matthew 17 verse 1 to 9 where Jesus said the one who came as John and they called him it was Elijah.
So what are we talking about?
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation. So if you don't believe reincarnation exists, then you are getting lost. You are getting lost.
So are you a reincarnated soul or you are here for the first time?
My perception is live a good life. That is all.
You don't care whether you are here for the first time or?
My own is live a good life.
Is it that you know but you won't tell us or you just? You're just brushing it off. Or this one to is personal.
Sometimes I want to follow the crowd. Sometimes I don't want to use my mind in religion. You understand? So I have to also follow the crowd. And one thing too I want to tell your viewers is they shouldn't have the knowledge that there is no spirituality. Okay, fine. You can be a perfect driver, but there will be a rascal driver that will cross you. You can say you don't believe in that. You leave your path.
Okay.
You just go by your way.
Okay.
But have the mind that someone will definitely cross you.
Okay. So if you believe in reincarnation, you don't believe in. Do you believe in heaven and hell? But you said the kingdom of God is inside
It's
you.
within you. So where is it coming from?
So when you die, where do you go to?
I don't know where I'm coming from. So I don't know where when I die I go. You are from home. So when you are leaving here, where will you go to?
I'll go home.
So you don't know where you are from onto this earth, but you know when you die you are going to this place. Apply knowledge. Apply knowledge.
So the journey through which you came,
I don't know.
You take the same journey back home.
I don't know. Yes, the journey that you pass through to this place from the house, definitely use that same path to your home. So if I don't know where I came from onto this earth, but I know that when I die, I'll go to somewhere that he's sitting there waiting for me. My brother.
Okay, so Raphael just said, made a point that I'm very much interested in, and I've been using. People have been asking me. I say I'm a traditionalist. Yes, I am. Why do I quote Bible sometimes? Because you realize I know Bible so much. Yes, I've been reading. I don't want to leave the knowledge only for the Christians. The book, I even argue, is not for them. It's for our ancestors that the white man came to copy and then give it back to them, to us. Turn it upside down like a capsized ship, and we are living at the bottom. That's showing up, thinking we are living in the ship. By the way, he said the journey through which you came, you must pass on that same journey to go. That's why I believe that it is the same Bible with which they made our ancestors' way crooked, that we will also use to bring them back to the junction that they reached before they departed from the way. As Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 6 says, either 16 verses of 6:16, one of them, just go and confirm for yourself. It says, look for the ancient way. That's where the good way is, and pass on it, and you will have peace for your soul.